If you're pregnant, congratulations. You are by now probably starting to explore what birth might look like for you, and you're probably starting to go up the steep learning curve that it is to prepare for a baby. Part of that learning curve as well is talking to people and exploring what birth looks like. And unfortunately, so many of the stories about birth are steeped in trauma and pain and disempowerment for women. But I want to share with you in this video today that birth does not need to look like that for you. We have this collective idea and story around birth of all of this fear because of what's been passed down largely from generations that have gone before us. Birthing for women in the previous couple of hundred years has looked very different from what it looks like now. There didn't used to be a place for fathers in the birthing room. They just dropped mums off at the hospital, gave them a kiss on the cheek, said, "Good luck, honey," or something like that, dropped mums off, and mums kind of waddled on in, and we're really not very well supported with the medical system in birth. But it's so different now. We don't need to look at the medical system of birth as this big, scary thing. It's here to support us, and we are now luckily birthing in a time when medical support is really well advanced, but it doesn't need to be the only way of birth. It's another birthing tool in your birthing toolbox, if you like. And you now have so much empowerment with regards to birth. You can make the decisions with regards to how your birth goes for yourself and for your baby. You can have that empowerment in your own hands. And so many women forget that with regards to birth. Your birth also does not need to look like these painful, traumatic births that we so often hear. Hollywood hasn't done any favors for birth. And there's just this sense of pain needing to be a rite of passage into motherhood, but it absolutely doesn't need to be present. What if your rite of passage into motherhood was empowerment, was calm, was a sense of love and connection with your baby? And you can have that regardless of how your baby enters the world. Even if your baby does need some medical support to enter into the world in a safe way, you can still guide and lead your baby's birth experience with the sense of calm and love and connection. You can always bring your natural faculties of breath and relaxation, which allows your baby to then experience deep oxygenation and all of the wonderful, calm, loving hormones that you are experiencing, your baby will also experience as well. So part of the preparation of birth is really the mindset, your mind-body connection. Birth is a physiological process, but it's changed greatly by what's happening in your mind. Your mind is there to look out for a birth, to make sure it's safe for you and your baby to birth, for a safe environment for your baby to come into the world. And when your mind is calm, it instructs to your body, this is a safe place for my baby to enter the world. And then your body opens as it's perfectly designed to do, as nature has designed. And the whole function of birth has literally guaranteed humanity's survival on Earth. There's nothing broken about it. So when we settle into this deep sense of our body is perfectly designed to birth and really drop into the sense of calm, we have a much more empowering, beautiful, gentle experience of birth. So one way that you can really practice and prepare your mind-body connection for birth is to start to expose yourself to beautiful stories about birth. I've got so many stories on my website, aucklandhypnobirthing.co.nz, and you can pop over there and have a read of them. There's a collection of videos as well of really inspiring stories of parents who have attended my classes over the years. And when you expose yourself to stories of birth that are empowering, positive, sense of calm as they bring their babies into the world, then your brain, because your brain learns through repetition, your brain starts to believe that that can be true for you as well. Unfortunately, because there are so many stories that are based in fear and pain, our brain starts to think that that's what birth is. But it doesn't have to be that way for you. You can re-educate yourself speaking to people who have had really beautiful birth experiences, watching birth videos that are really beautiful. And again, I've got a collection on my website, or reading those birthing stories. If you need some guidance around where to find them, you'll find them there. But really, just the more that you repeatedly expose yourself to birth stories that are empowering and have this sense of calm, your brain will start to go, oh, okay, maybe that's possible for me too. Maybe I can have empowerment around birth. Maybe I can have calm around birth. And so your brain will start to recognize other opportunities that align with that mindset shift. And you're completely changing the whole trajectory of your birth. There's something in the mind called the reticular activating system. And when you start to shift your focus, it starts to become aware of other things. It's like when you buy a car and you've never seen that car before on the road, and then after you get that car, suddenly everyone's got that car, or at least you see it often. This is the same with when we're training our mind around birth. When we start to believe and have stories around birth being calm, we start to notice more and more and more information that matches our new mind's awareness. So it's a really powerful way that can help you prepare for birth. Leave me a comment underneath this video about the sense that you want to bring into your birth. Do you want to bring calm into your birth, empowerment, euphoria, confidence, satisfaction, love, connection with your baby? And let's start to paint a really different picture about what birth can be like. Because as we're doing that, we're setting that tone for ourselves, and we're also supporting each other, women supporting women in birth, with regards to how it can look in a really beautiful and empowering way. I'm super excited to see your comments.